How's it, Aloha Gang, and welcome to High Now Daily. I'm Kainoa Carlson. Happy Aloha Thursday. Oh, we are one step closer to the weekend. We got another jam-packed show for you folks planned. A little bit later, we're going to head into the kitchen. We're going to be catching up with 855 Aloha. We've got live sushi demos going on in the High Now kitchen, but we're really excited to be kicking it off, talking about a little bit of theater back here at home. We've got Moses Goods, Peter Dewar here, and we're going to be talking about a brand new show that is coming to the Honolulu Theater for Youth. Welcome into the show, gentlemen.
Aloha, brother.
Aloha. Always a pleasure to see you folks. Moses, I want to kick it off with you. I know you do all kinds of film projects and different plays, but this one is a specific show you created about the man who is actually credited with creating the Hawaiian steel guitar. Is that right?
Yep. This is the play that I wrote about Joseph Kekuku, who many people know as the father of the steel guitar, but he's more than that. He's sort of the missing link, right, in terms of the story of music as we know it. Without his invention, at the age of 11 years old, there would be no rock and roll, there'd be no blues, there'd be no country music, or any of that wouldn't have existed without his invention.
That is incredible, and I do know specifically with the last name, right, Kekuku, that is an abbreviation of what is a very long traditional Hawaiian name.
Yes, and in honor of Mahina Olelo Hawaii, Hawaiian History Month, Hawaiian Language Month, his full name is Joseph Kekuku Upenakana'i Aupuni o Kamehameha Apua Kehau.
Okay, during the commercial, Peter, you and I are going to try to spell it, okay? But Moses, why is this story, again, so important? And what are you hoping audiences take away from it?
This show inspires people. Again, he did this, he invented this at the age of 11 years old. Kids come to see this and say, wow, he's 11, I'm 11. Imagine what I can do if I just access my imagination and let my ingenuity and all of that go free. Adults come and see the show and see the connection that we have to the rest of the world and how, in terms of how we help shape music as we know it. So it's just an important story on a huge level, but also on a smaller level for our keiki that are here in Hawaii, you know, who grew up on these small islands, can be world changers.
Absolutely, and very important, again, when it comes to Honolulu Theater for Youth as well, partnerships in our community, so important, Peter. Now, you serve in an interesting capacity, both with Servco Pacific and as a board member for Honolulu Theater for Youth. But that's the support for the arts is something that goes back a long time with Servco.
Yeah, a long passion with Servco. Our connection with music and the arts goes almost back to our founding as a company over 106 years ago. We started Easy Music Center in the late 30s. And since then, we've been great contributors to the community in terms of supporting the arts, and in terms of music in particular, we're big investors in Fender music, and we recently launched the Lohakahi ukulele project, which is all about access. And to your point with the 11-year-olds, I'm a father of 11-year-old twin daughters.
Wow. And
part of my reason for joining the board of Honolulu Theater for Youth is exactly to expose them to creative plays like Moses has created with the Just Who play. And at Servco, we totally believe in that. How do we get access to the arts, to ingenuity, to inspiration, to community early on in children's lives and throughout their hopefully lives, and inspire them just in the same way with Joseph Kekuku.
Yeah, and it's vital, and I'm glad that you touched on that as well. So many keiki want to get involved, but again, accessibility is such an important part of it, and that's why, Moses, I want to transition back over to you, because specifically with Honolulu Theater for Youth as well, this really is a great place for keiki to come and learn.
Yeah. This is something, HTY has been around for 70 years, right? Meaning a lot of people, if you went to a play growing up here in Hawaii, it was probably HTY. People just don't realize that that's what it was. Yeah. So we've been shaping lives for longer than we've been around, right? Yeah. So it's something that, we're a vital part of the community, we are of the community, and we're supported by the community. Servco is a huge supporter of HTY, and we wouldn't be able to do what we do without the support and the connection in the community. So yeah, it's just something that I am fully committed to. I've been a part of this organization for off and on in different ways for over 20 years, and I plan to stay a part of this organization because it does so much good for our community, for our keiki.
And what an instructor, Peter. I mean, what a resource to have someone like Moses being a part of HTY.
And it's one of the few programs across the country that, with all hired artists, original material, all rooted in culture local here in Hawaii, across the Pacific as well. And I think, as Moses said, this play is really just another extension of that mission going forward for the keiki of the future. Yeah,
definitely, and that's why this is another invitation to our community to come on down, check it out. How do we get tickets, Moses? What's the best way?
HTYweb.org. We have a show, our first show this Saturday at 7 o'clock, another one on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Come check it out, support HTY, support amazing art that we create here in our own community.
Ooh, I love it, Moses. Peter, mahalo nui for the time. And also, if you scan that QR code right over there on your screen, That'll take you to the website for a complete list and a schedule of events and the shows that you can expect. And as we head to break right now, we're really excited for a live performance over here on the Hawaiian steel guitar from Malie Lyman. Take it away. How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Our Rachel Picaro is out on assignment today at Hanalani School, where she's learning more about how elementary school students are getting real-world experiences through education. Take a look.
Aloha everyone, we are here at Hanalani School out in Mililani. It is a Christian school starting from pre-K and taking you all the way through senior year of high school. Really, the curriculum is all about student learning, leadership, and of course, project-based learning. I know that there's a lot of hands that come together to put these projects together and a lot of help, including the teachers. Joining me now, we have Mrs. Sowers, who is a first grade teacher here. And the first topic of discussion today is really all about project-based learning, getting the hands into those projects so that they can learn real-world skills. Talk to me, Ms. Sowers, about what's going on here at Hanalani
This
School.
is one of my favorite things to talk about, so I'm so excited. So at Hanalani, we have 3 core pillars that are really the foundation of who we are. We have our core knowledge. We often think of that as your head. We have our critical skills. Those are your hands. You're really digging in deep and doing things. And then we have our Christian character. That is your heart. So really, project-based learning is a vehicle that takes us through inquiry. It takes us through student voice and choice. It allows time for exploration, diving into your critical skills, and then also really coming together and saying, how does this apply to our heart? How does it apply to what the Bible says and how we can grow here at Hanalani Schools?
Beautiful, hands, head, and heart.
Yes.
And you can see that through the project-based learning skills that they acquire as they're here. Talk to me about this first grade project, Hanalani Community Helpers.
Yes. So this year, our first graders specifically focused on our Hanalani community helpers. We wanted them to dive deep to really take an important look at who helps our school function and work so beautifully together beyond just our teachers or the people that they see in our hallways. So we allowed our students to collaborate together. They first selected who they wanted to interview, and then they collaborated together. They had to use their critical skills by thinking critically of the questions that they wanted to use in the interview. They generated 4 questions together, and then they practiced with microphones. They learned how to use the laptop, how to record themselves. Even the teachers, we stepped out of all the interviews. We have multiple practices, and we wanted them to feel like this is the real deal. So we had a lot of fun just diving deep. It's meaningful work. PBL is beyond, project-based learning is beyond just worksheets and tests.
Absolutely. You know, I wanted to go in there because I have a couple of students that's waiting for us to talk story, but really in this classroom, it's all about getting the kids engaged, making it fun for them so that they don't even realize that they're learning. They're just having fun and happen to be taking up a few things, right? So we've got a couple of students over here, but as you end the project, there's always a reflection piece. Tell me about what's here.
There is. So we really wanted our students to understand the process and not just the outcome of our project. So they did a reflection piece reflecting on what was their favorite part, what was most challenging to them. How did they collaborate? That means teamwork for them. How did they collaborate together? How did they communicate? Did they smile? Did they speak with the teacher's voice when they were doing the interview? Then we also brought it back to our Christian character. Our Hawaiian word that we're focusing on is lokahi. So we're really focusing on how do our Hanalani community helpers all play a really vital role into our community as a school to function together. And that ultimately comes back to, as believers in Christ, how do we function together as a body of Christ and knowing that we're all valued by the Lord and we all have a super and special important role. The very last thing they did was they made a card for their community helper, just a way to show that they're thankful for their time that they spent investing in their interview, and just a way to have another touch point with their community helper when they see them out and about on our campus.
What a beautiful project, really, to learn more about the community helpers here at Hanalani School. Thank you so much. Now I'm with a couple of the first graders. I have Theo over here and I have Sully. Okay, tell me about this project. It sounds very fun. What was it like for you?
Well, for me, it was like really like fun to be in his office.
Who's that?
His office. He's Mr. Hopper, our upper school principal.
All right, so what did you learn about Mr. Hopper?
I learned that he loves to get to know the students, and he also loves to surf, because you see this, it says surf right here.
Oh yeah, it says surf. He's got a lot of pictures of the beach back there, and he's wearing a pretty cool Aloha shirt too, yeah?
Yeah.
Now talk to me, Theo, about what you loved most about your project. Yours was with Mrs. Lee over here. Who's Mrs. Lee?
Mrs. Lee is our lower school principal.
Okay, and what did you learn from her? Is there something memorable about your interview with her?
She worked here for 21 years.
21 years. Wow, that's like pretty much how old I am. So not too long, right? Not too old? No? 21 years, that's incredible. So being able to get together with your classmates, you guys get to have fun when you guys do these projects, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
we really do.
And then you also had a couple of different students that joined you, right?
Yes, I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you had partners when you got to interview. Who are your partners?
CJ and Cruz.
CJ and Cruz, and what about for you?
Dora, she's up there.
Very cool, and there's this really nice QR code over here. Once we scan the QR code, where's that gonna take us?
It's gonna take you to YouTube, I think Hanalani.org, I think.
Yeah, wow, you're good at this. It's gonna take you to the interviews. So each one of the students had interviewed one of the community helpers for the full interview. Just go ahead and scan the QR code. So very cool talking to you both. And now I'm gonna go back to Miss Sowers because she is going to let us know all about the upcoming open house that's gonna be happening. Miss Sowers, talk to me a little bit about what's up next.
So we would love to invite all of our families, any family, to come to our open house. You can also go to hanalani.org. You can schedule a personal tour. We would love to invite you to our campus and to see our project-based learning in action.
All right, and stay with us because we're gonna be talking to two student leaders up next. We're gonna have details on HiNowDaily.com. Mahalo.
How's it, Aloha gang? Welcome back to Hi Now Daily. We're back over here in the kitchen right now. We're really excited. A big time event is coming up in 2 weeks to really support Keiki here in Hawaii. This is Daniel Teixeira. We've got Chef Brad Dodson from 855 Aloha. As again, we talk about a really cool event that's going to be taking place in Waikiki. Welcome into the show, boys.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for being here. So, okay, Daniel, we've talked story before, but today we're going to be talking about, Make-A-Wish Hawaii, what this organization does to really support, critically ill children here at home.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. It's super important for us that critically ill children have this hump, this way to get across their illness, and so we take full responsibility and we want to participate in that and make their wishes come true, and that just takes them to the next level and gets them through their journey to their critical illness.
Yeah, absolutely, and this is a whole ohana that gets impacted when these things happen. And serving on the Young Leaders Board, through that, events take place in which the community can come down and support, and that's what's going to be happening February 21.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
February 21st from 5:30 to 9:30, we have our Cheers Wishes for the Keiki. It is put on by the Young Leader Board and sponsored by the Lehman Family Foundation. And we have a bunch of different food vendors coming. There's a lot going on that night. Lots of drinks, lots of fun, lots of activities that go on.
Awesome, and we're looking at some video of some events that are held in the past. And what's great as well, Daniel, right? All of the funds that are raised through events like this is going back to the Wish Keiki here in Hawaii.
Absolutely. There's like 79 kids that are waiting for their wish to be granted. So it's super important that we are able to give back to this community and be a part of this foundation.
Absolutely, and you mentioned as we look at more video of it, there's food, it's another night to come together. And Chef Brad, that's where you come in, because serving as the exec over there at 855 Aloha, you're going to be bringing the grinds.
Yeah, I've got a lomi lomi sushi roll that I'm bringing, which is super fun. I love lomi lomi. It's a big local flavor. You can get it any plate lunch spot, and I thought we would take it and put it into a nice bite-sized roll.
Okay, I like that. Now, why'd you select this dish for the event?
You know, it's at the Royal Hawaiian,
Right.
and it's a local event. I really wanted to showcase local flavors.
Yeah, definitely. And anytime I attend events personally, I'm always a big fan of like the handheld, because then you can, you have the beverage in the other, you can do the sushi, it's easy. And we got a lot of different dishes that are over here. Daniel, I want you to walk us through that while Chef Brad preps up our next roll. What we got?
Absolutely. So we do have our kimchi fried rice here, a local favorite. When we look at 855, it's this nostalgic feel of local dishes.
Yeah.
We have our aloha platter that has just an array of different healthier items that you can eat with our homemade or our restaurant-made taro chips here.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
And this one, you're getting kind of like a little bit of everything over there.
Yeah, so you have beets, you have our edamame hummus,
Yep.
a bunch of different things there. And then we also have our Auntie's Gauji, which is a mushroom gauji. It's super flavorful, super delicious. And of course, we have our deep fried pork chop, all
That's
the locals' favorite, right
that's
here on
right.
this side here. And then this sushi that we're making right now, the lomi lomi salmon sushi.
All right, solid. Chef Brad, what we plating up over here? And this is what's going to be taking place that night, yeah?
Yeah, so we've got our
right.
tomatoes, which have been marinated. We've got cured salmon. We have some Maui onion. And then we've got yuzu mayo that we put over the top.
That is looking good, Chef. All right, now this is really interesting as well, because in addition to serving as the executive chef, Chef Brad, you stay busy, man, because you're also behind the DJ booth on some evenings. Is that correct?
That's true. That is true. I like to find a balance between work and play for sure. And if you want to come check me out sometime in a different capacity, that's fun as well.
Awesome. But again, February 21st over there at the Royal Hawaiian, this is our invitation to the community. Come on down and support all of the Wish Keiki. The information is listed over there on your screen as well. Daniel, what's going to be the best way for people to get tickets? And this is just one event, but throughout the year, Make-A-Wish Hawaii does a lot, especially being on the Young Leaders Board. Let's talk about tickets for the upcoming weekend, and then what else is going to be happening throughout
Absolutely. So you can go online, wishesforthekeiki.com. That'll give you for this Cheers, Wishes for the Keiki event. You can also do wish.org, and that gives you more information of all the things that we do across the Honolulu chapter as well as across the nation, so throughout the year.
Awesome. All right, well, Daniel, Chef, he's still cooking it up over here. Thank you for coming in. And again, for more information as well, make sure you go ahead and check it out, folks. February 21st, this event is taking place. You can head to HiNowDaily.com. We're going to head to break right now, and now it is time to indulge, fellas.
And now we're here in Founders Hall. This is where all the students come together as one community here at Hanalani Schools. It really is built on Christian character and also servant leadership. And that's why I'm standing next to two of the student body presidents over here. We've got Max here, who is a senior, and we also have Samson, who is a 6th grader. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today, being a part of the community at Hanalani Schools. Talk to me a little bit about being a president here at the school and what that entails.
Well, I think since Hanalani, we're all about community, as you said, and with our smaller school size, it's really easy to get to know people and it has that familial feel to it. And I think my job as a student body president is to really strengthen that familial feeling spiritually, mentally, and physically as well. And as a student body president, I do that by helping to plan activities both on campus and off campus, like our junior senior banquet, which is basically our prom, and our weekly Friday activities that just kind of help students get to know each other, have some fun together, and then also making sure I'm in touch with them as much as possible, understanding how their physical, mental, and spiritual well-being is.
Very cool. I mean, you know, it is a lot of responsibility being a leader, but also, you know, keeping on top of your studies and everything else that we all have going on in life. Talk to me a little bit about the qualities that you would need to possess to be a leader.
Okay, so for me, I believe that a strong leader is someone who is loving and someone who is able to get down dirty and be able to have personal relationships with others.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about, is bringing everybody together, especially as a leader. There are a lot of things that you guys do here at Hanalani Schools to make sure everybody feels included. I know that there was a Royal Reset. Talk to me about what happened there.
So yeah, the Royal Reset is after the Christmas break. We haven't seen each other for a while. The Royal Reset is basically a fun activity that we get to kind of just get together after that long break and have some fun together. Like this year, our theme for this was Mario. So we had a bunch of different Mario themed games. One of the highlights was we made each homer make their own Mario Kart out of a cardboard box, and they decorated it. They looked really well, and then we all raced them in the gym together. It was a blast. They may have got destroyed, but it was pretty fun.
Very cool. So bringing everybody together, and then I wanted to talk to you about what you have been doing throughout the year. I know that when people go through hard times, you rely on each other to get through it. So talk about the project that you guys worked on, where you guys were able to bring everybody together and do the canned food drive.
Okay, so this year we were able to host our annual canned food drive and set out to reach a goal of 2025, but we got off to a really slow start. And by the final week, we only reached 25% of our goal. That meant we had to collect over 1,500 cans in just 5 days. However, we were able to meet and surpass our goal by over 400 cans, and we get a final count of 2,494.
That's what leaders do, right? When you're behind, you got to find ways to pivot and make sure that you guys come out on top, right?
Yep. So we had to, in order to reach that goal, we had to come together as a lower school team, and we had to realize that it was a group effort. And what I'm really proud of is that we came together and we were able to surpass our goal.
All right, and I know you're hanging on to something over here, Max. Tell me what that is.
So this is our senior torch that we have in our leadership room, and it's really for all leaders, but specifically for the seniors. And what this is, it's in the shape of a mountain peak, and the mountain representing high school. And the seniors, as it's their last year in high school, are symbolically at the top of the mountain. But it says, as you can see, seniors serve. So as seniors, it's not just our job to, oh, we graduate, we get out of here, we're good. It's our job as seniors to help the underclassmen as well reach the peak as well, through our school goals, loving God, loving others, and challenging yourself.
Very cool. And then I also wanted to, talk about the fact that you're a senior, you're going to be off to college next. How has Hanalani Schools prepared you for that next step?
Yeah, I think it's really prepared me because it's really instilled the values of hard work and teamwork. And throughout all the projects that we had, just learning those skills, I think it's really helpful because, like this senior serve mindset, going into careers in the future or college, just in college in general, it's not how am I gonna be good on my own, but how can we as a team be good? And I think if the team does good, then that's great. It's better progress. Everything's better. So.
And everybody needs to learn more about what's going on here at Hanalani Schools. They have an upcoming open house. For all the details, you can just check out their website, hanalani.org. We're going to have the details on hinaldaily.com as well. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. And congratulations on all the success here over at Hanalani Schools.
Hello and welcome back into High Now Daily. Okay, the Department of Agriculture and Biosecurity works to enhance, support, and protect Hawaii's agriculture. Today, a very important conversation is on tap for us. We've got Jonathan Hull and Sharon Hurd here joining us right now. Welcome into the show, you two.
Oh, thanks for having us here.
Yes, so very important. We're gonna get into what's on top of the table over here on set here in just a little bit. But let's talk a little bit really about the department and how to identify kind of what's on the table. Jonathan,
Yeah, so
let's start there. What do we have?
So we have rhinoceros beetle, and then we have the little tiny guys, little fire ant. Rhino beetle is pretty easy.
Okay.
They're big, about the size of your thumb, and then you have the grubs. Obviously, you might find these. In
Okay,
the
so I
ground,
want to
in the
actually
mulch.
hold this up now that the camera. So this is our little fire ants, okay, over here, and next to it, one more time, Jonathan.
Yeah, that's the coconut rhinoceros beetle.
The coconut rhinoceros beetle. We were talking a little bit earlier. I'm not even gonna lie. If I saw this, I would be scared. I wouldn't be sure what to do, and that's what today is all about. Like teaching us how to respond when and if you come across one of these. And then I'm sorry, one more time on this jar. What is that one?
So these are the immature. These are the grubs. So this is what people, when they go through their green waste, they might find one of these. This is the biggest stage.
Wow. Okay. Let's pick it up right from there,
Yeah.
Jonathan, as well. So like people are coming across this. What's step one?
Yeah, so real quick. So like little fire ant, yeah,
Right.
you'll find them generally. There's test kits. You can find all that stuff online.
Gotcha.
But basically, for most of these things, if you do find it, basically contact our office. You know, depending on what island you're on, the responses may be slightly different. But ultimately, we want to provide you folks or the public with information about what the things that they can do depending on the specific scenario that they're in.
Okay, gotcha. Sharon, I want to transition over to you because there's a unique partnership that our viewers need to be aware of. It partners with the Gov and other agencies so that people are just a little bit more well-equipped, right?
Right. Thank you to the current administration, Governor Green. He's given us access to invasivespecies.hawaii.gov. And you would go there for more information. If you come across one of these bugs or something, on that website you'll have CRB, coconut rhinoceros beetle, and LFA, little fire ant information. Two of the top pests that are plaguing our citizens right now.
Is there any kind of like areas, what are some preventative measures people can do kind of currently right now to maybe minimize their likelihood that they're coming across these?
Yeah, so these pests both move with a lot of things. So for rhino beetle, generally it's going to be with decaying organic matter. So potting mix, if you do a lot of landscaping, mulch, the grubs can be in there. And then if you have like large landscaping palms, the adults may be in there. Little fire ant are difficult in that.
And they're like tough to see.
Yes.
I want to keep the camera over there so we can kind of see. But I mean, you see even just in kind of holding these up, this is, I mean, you could be like stepping into a space where they're located and not even know it.
Exactly, and that's one of the biggest challenges with little fire ant is that because they're so small, they're very cryptic, most people don't know that they're infested until they start getting stung. So these ants actually do sting. They're tiny, they live in trees, they'll fall out, they'll get in your clothes, and you get stung. So that's one of the biggest issues. So because they're hard to find, we ask folks to actually test their properties or test things that they're bringing into their property. The ants, they will live in anything. So we've had, reports of ants living in like a handle of a machete.
Right.
Anything that sits out in an area that's infested can be infested with these ants. So if you're moving a lot of stuff, particularly from an infested area, it's best to make sure that it doesn't have little fire ant because obviously once you have it, getting rid of it is a whole prolonged effort. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort.
I want to go back to something you mentioned as well. Like you mentioned, some people could have areas tested. What does that look like timeline-wise, and what happens there?
Yeah, so for little fire ant, basically it's a little stick with a little bit of peanut butter, and you basically just put it around your yard, and the ants come to it.
Wow.
And what you can do...
I'm not gonna lie, Jonathan, I might go for some peanut butter too. So,
well, if you can mail yourself. But yeah, and basically, you collect what you collect.
Wow.
You can actually mail it to our office or drop it off. We can identify it for you. And then if you do have a little fire ant, we actually have a program that we can actually treat residential properties.
Wow.
We have a contract with funding from the legislature, so we're doing that on Oahu. We're going to be expanding that to other islands.
Oh, well, that's a vital service right there. Sharon, if people want to get more information, take these measures, learn more, what's the best way to do that?
643pest.org, or you can call 643-PEST, which is 7378. And of course, invasivespecies.hawaii.gov.
All right, very, very important information. It's listed over there on your screen. Sharon, Jonathan, thank you so much. We're going to head to break right now. Stay with us on High Now Daily and make sure you know how to identify these and what to do. Stay with us. Hello and welcome back to High Now Daily. The Career Foundations is expanding access to the Food and Product Innovation Network by developing a new curriculum for high schools and state programs statewide. The curriculum includes a digital finance literacy course and creates multiple entry points for students to access the FPIN pathway. Our Lauren Taruya has the story.
I'm here at the Wahoo Value Added Product Development Center, and here with me is Senator Donovan Dela Cruz. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. You know, anytime I come to the center, I can't hear any words without your name being mentioned because you have been such a huge support behind this entire development. First off, one thing I always hear is FPIN. Can you explain what that is?
So FPIN is an acronym for Food Product Innovation Network. And it's an ecosystem that we're trying to build out where it's from education to economic development, and it's a pipeline so that we can make sure that we educate our students for real types of entrepreneurship jobs so they can live and play and work in Hawaii for their lives instead of having to move away.
That's incredible, and I know that's been a huge push across Hawaii is to get more people to stay here. You know, how is this overall just contributing to Hawaii's economy?
Yeah, well, we all know that agriculture has been fledgling, and so this is another avenue for farmers to be able to sell their products to entrepreneurs who mainly use off-grades and seconds to make the kind of products that you see here. So you can see here some soda, you can see here some drink mixes, salt, dressings, there's crackers, there's granola. All of these entrepreneurs help farmers by taking the product that they can't sell, and they make new products, so it's a value-added product. So that's where it supports agriculture, it creates more small companies here in Hawaii, and this also allows us to be able to, at some point, export. So instead of just bringing things in and importing things into Hawaii, we can start to export value-added products all around the world.
That's incredible. And I know that there's a lot of barriers to just starting a business. So really, how has this been helpful to local entrepreneurs?
Well, lots of people have a good idea. You know, they may be able to make something in their home kitchen and they're really good at it, but yet they don't know how to turn that into a business. And so by working with organizations like McKinley Community School or Leeward Community College, they can get the skills necessary so that they can learn some business skills, they can learn some culinary skills, some packaging skills, marketing skills, accounting skills, all the skills that they may need to start their own small business and hopefully grow it.
I love that you said that because, you know, right here on this table, we have something that the DOE has been really working on and developing over the past few years. Can you talk to me how it's all coming together at this moment in time?
Well, this specific program is an awesome program that allows anyone of any age to participate and start to build the skills necessary to start their own program. So you have build your skills, you know, lots of people need help learning more soft skills so that they know how to work with different people in business. There's build your farm so that people who are interested in agriculture, they know how to actually start a farm. What are the skills necessary? What are the networks that you might need to access so that you can actually build your farm? There's Build Your Biz, that's a class that even I took, so that you can learn how to build your business from scratch.
Wow, it's incredible that it's all really coming together in this moment in time where Hawaii's economy is just really able to boom and flourish. So, you know, for anyone who wants to be involved, who wants to take that next step forward, you know, what's your recommendation?
Well, they can definitely go to the website or call McKinley Community School for Adults or Leeward Community College because both offer different entry points. So they can assess where you're at with your skill set and kind of make a recommendation. Maybe you should start at McKinley or maybe you should start at Leeward. So we can get you in the pipeline so that hopefully soon you can have a product on this shelf and at some point even a product somewhere around the world that people are buying because it's made in Hawaii.
That's so exciting. Well, Senator, thank you so much for all the work that you've done right here in the community to build all of this up. I'm really excited to see, you know, what you continue to do. And of course, all of that information will be up on our website at HiNowDaily.com.
Today I've been hanging out at Hanalani Schools and it's been all about project-based learning. On top of that, servant leadership, and we're getting best of both worlds. Standing next to me is Chelsea. She's been here since kindergarten. You've done so much throughout the years and now you're a junior. Talk to me about this mega project that you started when you were in just 5th grade.
Yeah, so we actually helped design our elementary school's playground, and we're really a part of every step of the process. And we were guided by industry professionals who not only taught us about professional design, but also about safety liabilities, ADA policies, and even budgeting, which was really important for us.
Looking at the project over here, this is the playground that you were working on. Talk to me about the ins and outs of that. You got to design it and get really into the focus of this project for your school. How was that experience for you?
It was so different and it was so amazing just being able to work in these rooms and being listened to by these adults and having our input actually be applied to the design, because we designed the layout, the features, color, design, budget, and we're also able to work on professional presentation by presenting to potential donors and also just presenting in general. It was amazing.
All right, now what does it feel like to actually see this project come to fruition? This is when you guys were back in 5th grade, but wow, to see all the kids playing on it these days, how special is that to you?
Honestly, it's surreal just to see these kids playing on it when something that just came from our imagination to on paper to actually at our school is just so different, and it's amazing that we've been able to see that and have a real impact on our student body here.
Very cool. Now, there are many projects that you folks are working on throughout the year. You are now part of the Royals Engineering and Design class. What does that entail?
So the Royal Engineering Design, we help create campus projects that not only beautify our school, but unite our student body. And something that we're currently working on is a gazebo in the front of our campus by Weinberg. And this is just kind of a floor layout, but we want to work on a space that gives our students delight, where they can decompress, relax, study, whatever they need to do, but also for lower school parents to be able to wait for their kids.
So this is going to be like a Zen zone where everybody can come, wait for their kids, hang out, and that is actually what it's kind of going to look like in the end, correct?
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, with all the learning that you get to do here at Hanalani School, you get to sit in rooms with very important people who can help you on your way into engineering, into whatever is next for you. That's what we're looking at over here. What is it like to be talking with these professionals and getting the feedback that you need?
It's honestly so different from what you would see in a normal classroom, but being able to sit in these rooms with industry professionals, they tell you about their process and they're so open and amazing. We love sitting in and giving our input and being able to be a part of these projects that will last for a long time at our school.
Yes, you are actually leaving a legacy here. We talked about your project with the playground back in 5th grade. As a junior, you're going to be leaving in just a couple of years, but to know that your project is here for years to come. That's so special. And I know that people are going to want to learn more about Hanalani School. So there's an open house coming up. Tell everybody about that.
We do. We actually have an open house coming up, and you can RSVP at hanalani.org, or if you're not able to make it, you can always book a campus tour with our admissions office, also at hanalani.org.
All right, well, go ahead and check that out. There's going to be students there, families, teachers, the faculty. You can ask your questions and see how Hanalani Schools operates out here in Mililani. I had such a great time. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to have details on HiNowDaily.com as well. Aloha. Welcome back to Hi Now Daily. Honolulu Waldorf School is hosting a fun community event next Saturday on campus. And here to share the details are Yuko Otaka and Catherine Oyster. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I said next Saturday. That's going to be February 14th, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys have done this fair before, but you took a little break, of course, because COVID, and then now you brought it back last year, and we're back for more.
Yeah, it was such a hit, so we're back.
Yeah, let's talk story about Honolulu Waldorf School. Before we get to the fair, tell us a little bit about how special this school is.
Oh, it's so special. It's really a place where children can learn with their whole body, their whole heart, and their whole mind. And it's developmentally aligned so that we give the right thing at the right time for the right reasons. And when that really happens, the children really come alive in their learning. And you walk onto campus and you can see how this multi-sensory, multi-modular approach, you could hear the storytelling, you could hear them singing, you could hear them baking bread in the early childhood. And all the arts, the movement, the music is all woven in together because it really enhances their learning process.
Yeah. And as a parent, it was important to go to a screen-free school, and they're one of the few screen-free schools on the island.
Hey, that's important to put down the screens and just get hands-on, right?
Yeah.
And then you both see it from different lenses as well. I mean, you're a parent, of course, you're volunteering, you're helping with the school as well, but also you're a teacher there, so you got your kid there, but you're also teaching.
Yeah.
What does that show you?
It's amazing. So I love the Waldorf approach, but to see it come alive with my child and how much he loves to come to school. I can't get him to leave school. And just to have this really loving, nurturing environment where he can really thrive and blossom, I think it's really such a gift. And the teachers that care about him so, and they see him and they teach him to want to learn. And I think that is such a gift to provide these children with an education where they go out into the world, they're critical thinkers, they're imaginative thinkers, they're collaborators, and they meet the world with this compassion and this moral understanding. And it lays such a foundation, it teaches the whole child. It's such a well-balanced curriculum all throughout, so they're working with their social, emotional, their cognitive, their fine and gross motor skills. But when you get a well-balanced education, you get really a well-balanced child. And
Yes.
I see that in my son.
And you're gonna see that on February 14th. If you go to the Waldorf Fair, that's coming up, right? You're talking about fine motor skills. I feel like you need that when you're making some of these over here, right?
Yeah.
So talk to me about what people can expect at the Waldorf Fair. I know it's themed, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's Love Grows Here because it is on Valentine's Day. And all the crafts that you see here are handmade by parents. And some will be available for sale, but also there are crafting opportunities. So children will be able to take things like this wand right here and add to it with embellishments. And also there's
oh, I see what this is.
Sword and a shield.
There you go. Okay, my son would be all over this for sure. So arts and crafts is big, and that's exactly what you're going to get when you go to Waldorf Fair on February 14th. When people get there, what time does it open? I know parking is free because it's in the community along the side streets, and there's plenty of parking, right?
Yes.
Okay. So there's also some entertainment that's going to happen?
Yeah, there's a puppet show that was written originally by one of our teachers. We have petting zoo, pony rides, a butterfly tent experience.
Face painting.
Face painting.
Aerial silks.
Food, yes.
Well, it was like, I'm like, you, go. Yeah.
It's so fun.
So many things happening. You will have so much fun when you go on down there. And then tickets, you can do that pre-sale. How does that work?
Absolutely. If you don't want to stand in line, I would guarantee you get those pre-sale tickets at our website.
Yes, and there'll be a QR code so you can.
Nice. So go ahead and check out their website. That's where all the information's going to be to go and get the tickets, to get ahead of the game, get everything so you don't have to wait in line or anything like that, right?
Yeah, and just enjoy the fair.
And enjoy the fair. All right. That sounds like so much fun for the entire Ohana. So go ahead and check it out. This is the Honolulu Waldorf Fair that's happening on February 14th. Details on their website. And we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. Take a look at all this good stuff that you can get.
How's it, Aloha gang, and welcome back to High Now Daily. Today we are wrapping things up inside of the kitchen, but what a fun show it was today. Earlier we had local actor, star of Chief of War, Moses Goods over here for the premiere of his new show, Joseph Keikuku. This is about one of the OG musicians really in music history. He is credited with inventing the Hawaiian steel guitar. Tickets are on sale right now. If you head to their website, Honolulu Theater for Youth, you can be sure to check it out. Also, big time shout out to the Waldorf School. They've got their fair that's going to be taking place Valentine's Day weekend. And just what a great event to invite all of the keiki and the community out to. It's going to be a lot of fun over there. You head to their website. They've got more info available for you there. But also, we're wrapping it up with 855 Aloha. So if you want to support Make-A-Wish Hawaii as well, you can head over there to Waikiki in the weeks to come. Aloha.